Hello, my name is Razvan and welcome to Raska Papercraft YouTube channel. Today I want to show you how to make this 3D origami space rocket, and this is a new kind of models. I want to make complex sets, and I will start a new YouTube channel for this because I cannot finish all these sets and then make tutorial because they'll take a long time, and on this new channel I will only complete these sets with new parts, with new tutorials. And you will find this new channel in the description. If you like this kind of models, please subscribe. It is empty for now, but I will complete new sets in the future. And I hope you like this kind of complex sets because I really love to make them, and it is a bit of challenge. In the beginning on the picture I ask you to choose a future set. Please let a message. For this model we need 4 colors. We need white, we need red, gray and black. These are small 3D origami pieces. You will obtain 64 pieces like this from an A4 piece of paper. These small pieces are made in the same way like the large one. The only difference is the size of this rectangular of paper. If you are a beginner and you do not know how to cut this paper, you will find in the description of the video a tutorial about 3D origami paper, and also you will find the links to tutorials how to make these 3D origami pieces. This rectangular of paper has 3.6 centimeters long and 2.7 wide. And now I will very quickly make a 3D origami piece. Okay, you can see there is a huge difference between these two pieces, and now we will transform this. I use, let's say, a tool, 6 large pieces connected together in a row. I put the edges in the pockets, push hard, and then with my finger or with a pen I give a very nice round shape. We start with the small rocket, these two, and we start with gray and black pieces. I will show you very quickly how I glue 3D origami pieces. I use normal paper stick glue. You can find this in every office supply store. I put some glue inside the pockets and then connect with other pieces. I glue every piece and I recommend you to do the same. And we go with 3 rows. First 2 rows will be gray pieces, and in the third black, like this. And we connect pieces like this until we have 6 pieces in the first row, 5 pieces in the second, and 4 black pieces in the third. Next we will close the circle like this, and we complete the second row with 1 gray piece and the third row with 2 black. And now we have a little 3D origami base, 6 pieces in each row. Next we put an entire black row. Next we push a little bit like this, and then we put an entire normal white row. It is not very easy, but it is not impossible. Like this. After each row we will push a little bit to make space for the next row. And now we put another white row. Change the direction of the rows. If you put the pieces one row in this direction, like this, we will put the pieces in the other direction like this. Next we put the fourth white row. Next we put the fifth white row. Next we put the sixth white row. Next we will put the sixth white row. Sorry. And now we have 7 normal white rows. Next we put one black piece and then we complete again the rest of the row with white pieces. Next we put an entire white row. Next we put one black piece here and then we complete the rest of the row with white pieces like this. Next we put 3 white rows. This is first, Next we put the second white row. Like this. Next we put the third white row. Sorry. Next we put a gray row like this. Next we put two red rows like this. Next we put the second red row. Next we put three white normal rows like this. Make one a little bit like this to maintain the rocket straight. Next we put the second white row. Next we put the last white row. Next we will push like this. And the small rocket is almost finished. Next we will make this lower part of the rocket. And for this we will use black pieces. We go only with 2 rows and we glue very well. 8 pieces in the first row and 7 pieces in the second. We have 5 pieces in the first row. 6, 7, and the last one, the 8. And we have 8 pieces in the first row and 7 in the second. we close the circle and connect one piece in the second row. And we have 2 rows, 8 pieces in each row. And next we will push like this, and then we glue the rocket above like this. Glue very well. The small rocket is finished, and we need 2 rockets like this. I finish the both small rockets, and next I will show you how to make the main body of this space rocket. Next we glue black pieces like this, and we go with 3 rows in the same time, and we connect 6 pieces in the first row, 5 pieces in the second, and 4 pieces in the third. Like this. Now we will close the circle, and we complete the second row with 1 piece, and the third row with 2 pieces like this. And we push a little bit like this. And next we put another normal black row, 6 black pieces. Next we increase the number of pieces in a row, and now we have 6, and we double it to 12, and we put 1 piece like this, and then 2 pieces above, and repeat. And we repeat this until we complete the entire row. And now we have 12 pieces in this row. Next we put an entire white row. Next we put another normal white row. A little bit like this, and next we increase again. We have 12 pieces, and we increase with 6 pieces to 18, and we increase like this once, and 2 pieces above. Then we put 1 normal piece, and then we increase again, and we repeat this until we complete the row. 1 normal, and then increase. One normal and increase. Complete the entire row like this. Next, we put an entire white row like this. Next, we put again a white row. Next, we put two white rows like this. And now we put the second row. You see, I changed the direction. Now I go in this direction. It is very important to change this direction to maintain the model straight. Next, we put two black pieces and then the rest of the row we complete with white pieces like this. Next, we put one white here, then two blacks like this, and then we complete the entire row with white pieces. Next, we put two blacks like this, and then we complete the rest of the row with white pieces. Next, we put five white rows. This. Decrease the number of pieces and we put inverted pieces and we put three edges in two pockets. Do not forget to glue. We have only 12 inverted pieces in this row, and next we put a normal white row. Like this. We put two red rows, 12 pieces in each row. This is first row, and now the second one. Next, we put a white row, an entire normal white row like this. Next row we put one black, one white, and we alternate this the entire row. Next we put 6 normal white rows. Next we put another 2 white row. Next we put the two normal gray rows. Next we put two normal black rows. Next we put another black row. Next we increase the number of pieces in a row. Now we have 12 and we increase with 6 pieces, we increase to 18. Again, like this part. And we increase in the same way. We put one piece like this and two above, then one normal and increase again. One normal and increase. Next we put two normal white rows. Next we put again two white rows. Next we put another white row. And the next row we put one black, one white, one black, and we repeat this until we complete the row. Next we put two normal white rows like this. Next we put again two normal white rows. Next we put another two white rows. Next we put again two normal white rows. Next we put another white row like this. Next we put again one normal white row. Next we put the last white row, and we will have 11 rows from here, and this is the last one. Next we push a little bit like this, and now we decrease the number of pieces, and we put black inverted pieces, and we put 3 edges in 2 pockets like this. Complete until you complete the entire row. And we will have only 12 inverted pieces in this row. Next we put a normal row, a black row like this. Next we put the last row of this model, we put a black row here. Okay, the 3D Origami Space Rocket is almost finished. We must glue these two together. And I will use a glue, dries very fast. And I glue this here. Let's see. This first white row here to be on the same level with the first black level here. Glue very well. When we glue, we must be careful to have this and these two signs on the front side like this. And now we put some glue and glue them very well. Now we put again glue. You must be careful, this kind of glue dries very fast, and now we glue the second one here like this. It is better when we glue the second one to put the rocket like this, for these small rockets to be on the same level. Now again we put some more glue. and we let the glue dry. And the 3D Origami Space Rocket is finished. I hope you enjoy this kind of models, and in the future to make more of this. This is the end of the first tutorial of this set. If you like this model, please like, share, make comments, and this is all for today. Have a nice day.